There is not long to go in this Premier League season, and today we rekindle an old rivalry. It's Manchester United versus Arsenal to kick things off today. In the mid-90s, it was for titles in the Premier League, and in the mid-2000s as well, or early 2000s, when Arsenal was still fighting fit at the top of the table regularly. Here it's for Champions League spots, but obviously, given the nature of Manchester United's recent form in the league, more often than not fighting for top four, not a title, apart from that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer season when they finished second. And 7 points only, really, off the top of the table. If we beat Arsenal, it'd have to be by a decent margin, but if we beat Arsenal, we could go above them, at least draw ourselves level on points with them. And then remaining today, we have Leicester, who are 10th, and Nottingham Forest, who are bottom of the Premier League. So I'd like to win at least 2 of today's 3 games, but really I'd like to win all 3. Arsenal, Leicester, Forest. Then it will be City, Newcastle, Wolves and Bournemouth. Brentford, West Ham, Chelsea and Villa. End of the season. So Friday's episode will be episode 1 of season 2, where we'll be delving into the transfer window, trying to hopefully improve the squad, bulk out the squad, with, of course, views for winning the Champions League and the Premier League. Because we will finish top 4 this year and get Champions League football for next season. After being knocked out unceremoniously of the FA Cup and Europa League recently, we would very much like to bounce back today if we can, please. We're on match day against Arsenal. We shall go and play them with our strongest possible lineup, and hopefully the result will follow. Saying thank you to those of you in the comment section continually for your fantastic support. Sam Jones, Law92 and Oliver Easter on the board behind me today. Thank you for your continued feedback in the comment section. Do keep that coming and drop the video a like. I very much appreciate it. It really helps the content out as well. Thank you. Right. Taking on the Gunners, time to fire them down. Arsenal then bring with them a 4-3-3 formation. David Raya in goal. Tomiyasu's at left back, Ben White at right back. Gabriel and Bremer as Saliba's slightly unfit. Declan Rice, Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard is quite the formidable midfield 3, as is Saka, Martinelli and Jesus as the front 3. Gabriel Jesus not as highly rated as he perhaps could be in-game. Obviously, he's had some injury issues over the past couple of years after when he first moved to Arsenal, really lighting the Premier League up with his performances. So, how much of a threat he'll be, I'm not sure. Arsenal, of course, beat us by 2-0 last time we played them, and they, to this point in the save, remain the most difficult test we've faced in our entire time here at Manchester United. Here is Gabi Jesus now, and the Brazilian spins well, plays in another Brazilian in Gabi Martinelli, who draws the save out of Andre Onana. I think we might have quite the tough test again here. Avoiding defeat is the bare minimum here against Arsenal because of the nature of the Premier League table and our fight for top 4. But easier said than done. We're as strong as we could be. Rashford starts on the right ahead of Kingsley Coman on this occasion. As Jesus, I think I might have been rising over the top, but Onana taking no risks. Arsenal pressing hard and high and continuously at the beginning of this first half. Saka's absolutely done me there. Sets it back to Gabi again. And Jesus doesn't come away with it this time. Ugarte using good strength to hold off Odegaard. And actually, Di Marco can play in Garnacho here. And he'll have the legs on Ben White, pace-wise. It's just a case of can we get men forward with him. Rasmus is here. I tried to turn away from Odegaard, but apparently he's got good tackling too. Oh, what a ball. Where's the marking? Martinelli in the box. On his own. Does anyone fancy tracking a runner at all? That would be lovely. Good header by DiMarco. Fall kindly for Bruno. Turns away well and will spread it. And if we can draw Tomiyasu towards us, might be able to get Rashford in to a position to stand the ball up in the middle, looking for Rasmus, who I think was offside. Just missed the target anyway, and he was indeed the wrong side of the defensive line. Support arriving. Here's Bruno. Need Kobe. Kobe's going to have the man out wide. Here's Garnacho around the corner. We'll drill it into the middle. Bruno tries to help it on its way. And it's blocked again at source by an Arsenal defender. They're getting men in the way at the minute, defensively, which is working for them. We're doing the same at the other end, which is working for us. Nobody can find a way through thus far. Kobe intercepts that nicely. And we'll just make sure we keep it. Keep it away from the Arsenal Lovely ball into Bruno, whose touch is exquisite, as you would expect. It's gone again here, but you fancy being able to find him. But here comes DeMarco. And DeMarco across it early, looking for Rasmus, who could bring this down. Has done, turns superbly, and the shot just poked away from his toes as he was pulling the trigger. Maybe I should have played in Bruno, but with Rasmus, you fancy him to score at every opportunity. On this occasion, though, sadly, he hasn't. Rasmus back on side. Dalot trying to toy with them. Get someone out of position so some space can be found for a shot on goal. Follow-up shot. Oh, keep it down, Marcus. If he does so, it's on target and it's a goal. Oh, he struck it so cleanly. Too cleanly, in fact. And over the bar it flies. Best chance of the game. Oh, I thought Dalot got to that, to be honest, but Martinelli races away. De Ligt with him. De Ligt still. De Ligt still. I was too busy looking down the pitch to where I could pass it. Martinelli. Brilliant. Oh, I was seeing which player do I pick out about the halfway line. Do I go to Bruno? Do I go to Rasmus? I get my pocket picked. And Martinelli squeezes that underneath Onana, who I think jumped over the ball. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Buried well, but from a tight angle, you expect your keeper to do better. Should have just lumped it. Well, to be fair, I was looking to lump it. I just didn't do it quickly enough. What is happening? Cool. Oh, 2-0. Brilliant save on Anna. Unbelievable. I'd have been, understandably, pretty annoyed had they scored then. Garnacho slotting Rasmus. Touch is good. Round the defender. Into the box. Round the defender still. Rasmus, surely! He's got to bury it. Thought I'd put enough power on that to get it flying past David Raya. We won't get a better chance to equalise. Our Arsenal press has been relentless all game long. So I need to find a way around it, if we can. That was meant for Ezzy. That was meant for Ezzy. Thank you. There you go. Eberechi, you have it. Rasmus, spin. Go, go. This time, please, Rasmus. Thank you, mate. Can't give him too many opportunities because eventually it will find the back of the net. We are level. The bare minimum is achieved again. Now, we've created lots of chances in this second half. One more might win it for us. Lovely assist for Ezzy again, making the difference off the bench. Oh, God. No, please play it where I'm asking it to go. Rasmus, out of his feet. Here's Cobby. Cobby will lift. Rasmus is in. Rasmus again. It's well blocked by Gabriel. Oh, that was a really good chance. If I'd maybe been a little bit more composed, we could have tried a turn or a pass to find someone else. Here's Martinelli now. He's had the run of things down this left-hand side all game long. And he's done Dalot again. But Diogo will fight back and do superbly. Oh, what is the point of letting me tackle him if you're then just not going to let the man run around him? Not long left. Not long left at all. Ezzy. Or Ezza. Never know whether it's Ezzy or Ezza. Cobby was supposed to go to Rashford. This time it will. Found well. Looking for Ezza in the middle. A little bit ambitious, that pass, really. Forcing Arsenal backwards. Here they come forwards, though. Don't lose it late, Ches. We cannot afford to lose it late. Options. Havertz. Martinelli. Well in. Diogo. And Rashford could be free here. Win the header. Garnacho's free. Oh, it's a poor ball. That's the moment. That's the moment to win it. Or is this the moment to win it? Rashford just needs to keep going. All the way down the line, Marcus. All the way down the line. Rasmus in the middle. Rasmus in the middle. Corner. Right. This could be the moment of the season. If we find a red head, we might find the back of the net. Challenge. Oh, keeper's come a long way. He's not going to get there. Martinez! Oh, keep it down. I have to hit it first time because if I take a touch, the ref will blow his whistle. Open goal twice. Once for Martinez, once for Rashford. Neither able to find the back of the net. Oh, what could have been? What is a point. Leicester City at home in a 4-2-3-1 for them. They've got Max Hermansen in goal. At the back, James Justin Valtfas Ramani and Pereira, Harry Winkson and Didi, Mavadidi, Fatawu on the right-hand side and El Kanous sat behind Luki Jovic at striker. We've made some changes to our lineup for this one. I think Eza has earned a start given his form recently and impact made off the bench. So Mainu's been moved across to the more defensive role. Bruno's been dropped in terms of his position, but not from the squad or from the 11. So he's sitting a bit deeper. And then we also brought Xerxes up top. Made a couple of changes to the defence too, which is perfectly fine given the nature of the opposition. We should get the result here today. Amad Diallo starting as well, as you can see. Eza will lay this into Kobe. Kobe could get round the outside here, and he's in a great spot. He rode the challenge well. Will lift it out wide here to Kingsley Coman, who'll look to deliver a ball, and it's Eza that's nearly underneath it. Ideally would have liked to find Xerxes, but we couldn't. Not to worry. On the front foot from the beginning here, and we will look to be exactly so for the full 90. Mainu, lovely ball drill that wide to Kingsley. Eza thought about going for a run in behind, elected against it, but now we've been able to find Bruno in some space, and they've committed to a challenge there and not gotten it right, and we've returned it to Bruno, and there really should have been a 1-0 lead. Valfast does superbly well to get across the Portuguese to deny him a clean shot at goal. A keeper is worked, but it wasn't hard work. Actually playing on the left-hand side of their front midfield, I think. Wang Hee-chan now. Here's Kingsley Coman. Xerxes made the good run. Going to go into Eza here. And then here comes Bruno. And if Xerxes can make me the run, which he has done, we should be in. Oh, for a goal. Goalkeepers are performing very well against us at the moment. Can Mazraoui win that header? He actually did, but now he's gone down hurt. And rather than be sporting and play the ball out, Leicester City are going to look to score a goal. Lenny Yoro's going to have to do his job here. Here's El Kanous. Mazraoui still down as far as I can tell. And Lenny Yoro does do his job here. Back to his feet now, the Moroccan. Eza going to drive into this space. He's continuing on. He's got the injury symbol above him though, so he's still feeling the effects of that knock. Might have to take him off for Diogo Dalot in the not too distant future. Hopefully he's okay. He's one of the best squad players we could hope for both sides of our defensive line. Been absolutely brilliant actually, Mazraoui. Grown really well, and not just in rating but in quality and performance levels as well. I've been very impressed with Mazraoui. One of the players I've been most impressed with so far actually, genuinely, if I'm completely honest. Lovely ball out to Bruno there. Xerxes again looking to find a channel, maybe. Squeeze that out to Mazraoui, who can then deliver a ball, looking for the man at the back post. We'll take the free kick for handball, and we will take Mazraoui off now to try and find a way through. Mainu for Mount, I think, in that role rather than Ugarte. Do I make any other changes? Ahmad's been quite quiet here, so we will bring Marcus Rashford on as well. Coman and Rashford on the pitch now. Lots of pace and physicality in wide areas. Kingsley Coman on the ball to deliver this into the middle, where hopefully someone in red and white can get on the end of it. That someone could be Emerick Cheresi, and it is indeed. What a free kick, what a header, a cold finish in the blue of Leicester City. You love to see it against the blue of Leicester City. Get free really well. The positioning and movement of Eza there was superb, and the header absolutely unstoppable. Steve Cooper ripping his hair out at the thought of what happened with his defensive line there. And finally, we have made our way through. This man has been well worth the purchase, hasn't he? Here's Eza. Bruno. Oh, Jesus Christ, Wilfred Ndidi. Do you mind? That was attempted murder. Lift it, trying to find Xerxes at the near post. He gets there ahead of fast, but not enough power on the header to cause the keeper any concern whatsoever. Leicester not done much in terms of threatening Andre Onana so far. The defence have done a great job thus far. El Kanous is looking to get in behind here. He does still have the support of Luki Jovic forward, but Lenny Yoro, again, does the job. He might only be 80 rated, but what you get from that 80 rating is brilliant. Kingsley Coman into Mason Mount. I'd be tempted, really tempted, next season to start Lenny Yoro every week ahead of Lissandro Martinez and have Martinez as kind of a go-to, I get lucky, centre-back and CDM option off the bench. Mount into Dallo there. And if Coman can make the run in the channel, which he has elected to not do and just stand there like a mong, then we could have maybe gotten him behind. Come on, Kingsley. Do your job, pal. Get down that wing. Go on, boy. In the box. Xerxes. Bruno. Good save. Well worked. Wasting time well, actually. I just noticed we're in the 90th minute. Didn't realise time had passed quite that much. De Ligt's up for this, maybe. It's over the bar. But, people on the bench can't believe it, but it wasn't that good a header. Ticking over into stoppage time. 3 minutes added on, though. You can see all of the chances we've had in this second half. It was no surprise that eventually something found its way through. It was only the one thing that did, but hopefully one will be enough. Wasn't against Arsenal. It will be against Leicester. Hopefully that will be the case as well against Nottingham Forest, although against Forest it might be nice to score more than just the one goal against the side that's bottom of the table. 3 points in the bag. Hopefully Arsenal drop some points so we can get ourselves in that top four, please. Just the 5 days for Mazraoui. That's good news. He's not a starter, but he's absolutely the go-to alternative fullback. Forest have actually pulled themselves off the bottom of the table. So they've done something in terms of their form. They're up to 19th. Ipswich now bottom. What a challenge it will be for Ipswich to stay in the Premier League this season in real life. Seemingly so in this save. We will be doing an Ipswich save later in the cycle when Portman Road is added to the game. That is the current plan. Right now, though, plan is to get into that top four again. We're level on points with Arsenal. They have played a game less than us, though. So as we advance towards the next fixture, I imagine it's in 15 days. I didn't realise there was quite such a gap. An international break. Man United and Real Madrid are preparing. Oh, that's in the women's game. Women's Champions League quarter-final between Manchester United and Real Madrid. If you guys weren't aware, actually, if you go to the office and to the job offers menu, still almost every job is available in your current league. There is no proper managerial market with hirings and firings and realistic jobs being available, but you will, like Fulham in 8th. There's no way that the Fulham manager would be sacked in 8th. But you will find women's game jobs available in here. I did earlier. Now's when they're not. See, almost every Premier League side that isn't the top 6 is available. Typically, the one time I decide to showcase it, there isn't a women's job available. I checked earlier, and there were a couple of women's game jobs available in that job search there. So something to keep an eye on if you want to potentially dabble in the women's game without actually doing a full save. You could switch from the men's game to the women's game mid-save, go and do a season or two in the women's game and then come back to the men's afterwards, which I actually really like, the fact that you can dovetail between the two. Some youngsters have been called up by other sides. Again, it hasn't given me an email about a youth thing coming in. It's set to stop me for all emails. It's just that it's not sending me an email when my youth academy scout comes back. We have really good youth prospects already, which is fine. This also isn't really the save for youth prospects, really. 80 to 94 potential for this kid, though, so we will call him up. 64 to 88, not so much. This guy's gone to Mets, but he was rubbish. That guy's not very good. Elliot Seymour is also not great, and Ezra Whitehead is also terrible. They are planning a patch to improve the youth academy players' visuals and growth aspects that we've mentioned before, with kind of some female features on male youth players and the fact that they're stopping growing at 16, not 18 as well. Had confirmation from the devs that they're looking into that and are going to address it in a future patch. So thank you for the feedback in that regard. It's very much helped in getting the point across to the devs, and they're looking into it and are going to fix it. So do keep your reports coming for stuff that you find that isn't correct in-game, and myself and everyone else that has the access to the devs will, of course, continue to endeavour to pass the feedback on, and between us, we can hopefully get the game being better. Continually still. Forest fighting for their place in the top flight. Matt Sells in goal for them. Alex Moreno, Murillo, Milenkovic and Ola Aina the back four. Javi Guerra and Ibrahim Sangare. I don't know who Gorka Guruzeta is up top, but he's their highest rated striker by a little way. So he gets the nod here. Whether he can help fire his team to a result here, we'll wait and see. They just beat Liverpool at Anfield in real life, Nottingham Forest, so they're perhaps not to be underestimated. But we know that we need to get wins in pretty much every single game we've got remaining this season if we're to guarantee the chance of a top 4 finish this year. And Rasmus is almost single-handedly trying to help us do that. He's still got the ball. Bruno, finish that, mate. Oh my God, how have we not scored so far? Sangare. I thought we'd get an interception on that. Ward-Prowse from range. Well held by Bryce Samba. Thought I'd play Samba against Forest, considering he was part of the side that got Forest to the Premier League, and I'm sure they'd like to welcome him warmly. Maybe a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Bryce Samba forced his way out the club, as far as I can recall, in the summer after they got promoted. Bruno Fernandes finding Mason Mount. Out wide is Garnacho. Rasmus is in the middle. I just want to try and tuck this back to him, but Ola Aina's defended that superbly. Bruno wins that header though. We'll keep the pressure on if we can. DiMarco through the gap. Bruno, Ugarte going. Mount through the gap again. Mason Mount from range. It's whipping, but it's not whipping very well. Thank you. I'll have that. Apparently I won't. Thank you. I'll have that. Eze. Mount is with him. Forest sitting very deep. Very deep indeed. Rashford delivers. Rasmus. Knock it back to a teammate. Here comes Bruno. Bruno Fernandes. Deflected and not over the line. Can't get much closer. I think that was genuinely over the white chalky stuff. DiMarco. Mount. Lay in front of Diogo Dalot. Not really the player you want in that situation to have a pop from there. Diallo. And across. Is Bruno going to run off me? Run for me, Bruno. All right, sweet. Mason Mount will. Bruno. Garnacho. I thought we were going to the line. I just want someone to have a good chance scoring a goal. Please, lads. Someone. Put it in the back of the net. Christ alive, what's the man got to do? Their defensive line's so deep. Oh, it's meant for Rasmus. It's not going to get there. Eze's won it back, though. Even when I'm here, they're not stepping. They're just dropping deeper and deeper. Oh, that was bound for Rasmus at the back post. It will be a free kick for handball. I could try and be sneaky and go for goal here. I won't. Last time, we were able to get the goal from this sort of situation. Not it back across. It's going to fall to DiMarco. It's not going to fall to DiMarco. Milenkovic will get rid of it. Somehow, Forest is still at 0-0 here. But Forest are too solid defensively. Into Eze. Then Rasmus. Then Bruno. At long last, Bruno Fernandes buries. Silencing those fans that are getting a bit agitated that we hadn't taken a 1-0 lead. Because now we have. Thank you, Bruno. Mainu. And Eze. Oh, they all backed off. Pull it back. Bruno. Overlapping run. Stand it up. Eze's there. Eberici Eze with a header again. Wide of the target. In the end, it is going to be another 1-0 here. But continually, we've had a significant amount of chances. But goalkeepers and defensive lines have done their job almost to perfection. But almost is all they've managed, unfortunately for them. And where the rest of my defensive line has gone. But thankfully, they're back in position now. Guruzeta, well, his teammate ran well offside there. And with seconds to go, hopefully the ref will do us a favour and blow the whistle. Here comes Callum Hudson-Odoi. De Ligt and away, and that'll be the whistle. A win again! 7 points today. 7 points is decent. We won the games we were expected to win. We came from behind in the game we couldn't afford to lose. Arsenal do beat Fulham, though, frustratingly. Newcastle lose, though, and that could be good news for us. I think Newcastle were above us in the league, weren't they? Matthijs de Ligt, part of a defensive unit that gets another clean sheet. Rasmus Højlund involved again, although didn't get the goal on this particular occasion. But we're very, very pleased with him this season. Continually one of the Premier League's top goal scorers, if not the... Yep, the Premier League's top goal scorer. And in the standings, we are still 5th. Newcastle are just below us now as it happens. And still chasing that top 4. Everyone above us keeps winning. But we're only 4 points off top at the minute. And will be a maximum of 7 again if Liverpool win on match day 30. We're doing enough so far to keep ourselves right there. But again, tomorrow we start with a big game. It was Arsenal today. We did what we needed to. It's Manchester City tomorrow. Can we do what we need to? We certainly hope so. And tomorrow you'll find out whether we do or not. Thank you for watching today. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content so far this season. I very much appreciate the support. Hopefully, we can warrant your subscription to the channel with a strong finish to the Premier League season and get Champions League football next year. I'll see you tomorrow.